So we back with another video. Today we finally got our first look at the builder. Today we finally got our first look at people trying to make good builds. And yes, there was a lot of bad builds, but there were also a couple that gave us some hope and had some potential. And we're gonna be looking at pretty much every build that was dropped, and I'm gonna be seeing what I believe are the builds that have the most potential and the builds that I think were the best that was dropped today. And we're gonna be pretty much looking at every single build that was dropped today. If you guys do want more videos like this, I did a stream. Everybody was pretty much dropping breakdowns, but actually if we do another one, I may do one today or tomorrow. You guys just gotta let me know by liking the video. Depending on how many people keep dropping videos, I may have to do a part 2 of this before the game drops, before I can actually get my hands on the game. Kind of at the mercy of what they made. But yeah, I'm gonna have my thoughts in everything in this video. Like I said, if you guys do want more, just like the video, subscribe if you're new. No more talking. Let's hop into it. Alright, so before we hop too far into this, I want to go over the dunk package requirements, and not just the dunk package. Alright, before we go too far in this, I actually was recording this and I was like, bro, we probably should give y'all the animation requirements for everything that they had. Now, so when it came to them making the builds, this is not locked apparently. They may even be changing this as we speak. But in terms of how the builds was going to work, apparently these were the animation requirements that they had to go for in terms of everything when it came. So when we looking at these builds, I want y'all to understand this with this being known. I didn't know this. I recorded this at the end, but I put it at the beginning. So for the Michael Jordan dunk package, you need a 94 dunk, 78 vertical, and max height was 6'9". I don't know why it looked like this, but Dr. Disrespect, 85 dunk, 70 vertical, 6'9" height. For the LeBron, 84, 64, 6'5" is the minimum height. Westbrook, 90 dunk, 65 vertical max height would be 6'9". Then for the Scotty, 85, 65, 6'5". So honestly, at Westbrook, I thought was gonna be pretty good in his game. They rose the requirement a lot, and that's gonna be interesting. All right, next is going to be the contact dunks. Now this is a very important one. So for the first one, the lowest one, or not really, well yeah, for the lowest one, for the majority of everybody that can get it, it's gonna be 87 driving dunk, 75 vertical. The next one is 89 driving dunk, 78 vertical. The next one is 94 driving dunk, 82 vertical. The next one is 96 driving dunk, 86 vertical. Now that's gonna be the pros and the elites. Now when it comes to the smalls, you have 86 driving dunk, 85 vertical, max height 6'4". That's why it's the smalls. 95, or not 95, but 93 driving dunk, 85 vertical, max height 6'4". This is gonna be another small, and this is gonna be the big man contact dunk. So you have an 80 standard dunk, minimum height is 6'10", and another one that's 90 standard dunk, minimum height 6'10". So these are the big men, these are the smalls, and these are just the pros and the elites. Now, I'm not making this its own video because of the fact that these are not locked. So I want y'all to understand that these are just what it was in the builder. So when it came to the pass styles, you had LaMelo, 85, Steph, 80, Halliburton, 89, that's a new one. Jokic, that's a new one, 80. Lillard, that's a new one, 81. Jason Williams, new, or not new one, but it's the same old 90. And Morant, Sabonis, 75. So one thing that was interesting to me, they didn't have LeBron, so they may drop pass style animations throughout the season. So they may even drop more pass styles. I think Mike Wang said there was about 8 new ones. He either said there was 8 new ones or 10 new ones. I don't remember, but he definitely said it was a lot new ones. And looking at it, we don't have Magic on this one. We don't have LeBron, and maybe another one. But yeah, those are the ones I know that we don't have on this so far. All right, next, this is what the speed with ball is based off of. Dribble style, we kind of already knew that. And next is going to be the ball handle. Goes with hezzies, behind the back, crossovers, aggressive breakdowns, step backs, escape moves, so size up escapes, moving spins, sig size up, regular breakdown combos, and then combo moves. I don't know what the combo moves is. I know about the aggressive breakdowns and the breakdown combos, but I don't know about the combo moves. All right, now these are the actual ball handle tiers when it comes to animation. So the lowest one is 40, the next one is 55, the next one is 60, the next one is 65, the next one is 69. I don't know what 2K got going on with that. 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Damn near every number in the 70s when he got past 75. But then you have 80, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. So they pretty much went from 82 all the way to 88. Each attribute matters in terms of getting animations. Then after that, it goes to 91, 92. Then the highest one will be 95. Now, I think this is actually set in stone, but we don't know the exact animation, so I think that's why he didn't throw the animations on here. And then last but not least, shout out to Double H, because he's the only person I've seen that posted this, and this is the only way we could actually even get this information. But we don't know if this is locked, so that's maybe why other people didn't do it. But it's actually still good information to know, because when it comes to them making their builds, we can kind of see more insight to why they went here on this attribute or why they went there on that attribute. But yeah, for the dribble moves, heights, so we already know about the small, so 6'4" and under. We got the 6'9" and under, so those are animations that smalls and swings or wings or whatever you want to call big guards can get. Then you have the 6'5" and up, so that's pretty much big guards and bigs. Then you have the 6'10" and up, which is strictly bigs. So that's pretty much the dribble moves and heights. They probably have that also for jump shots. I didn't see him say anything about the jump shots though when it came to animations. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. All right, so like I said, we're gonna be pretty much looking at every single build. I got all of these in order. I tried my best not to literally look at it too much. I just tried to pause it to where they got to 99 overall. So we're gonna go in order from the ones I trust the most to just some people I don't really, you know what I'm saying, I don't know they build logic and stuff like that. And then it's gonna be some at the end that's gonna be interesting. But let's hop into it. The first person, Joe knows. Now, I think this was just in his builder breakdown. He had a couple in his builder breakdown, I believe. I think actually, there were some people that had some in their builder breakdown, and then Joe only had really one. So this is like a 6'7" max wingspan. You're going to kind of catch on that a lot of people went max wingspan. And I'm going to have my thoughts on that as well at the end. So this is supposed to be a 6'7", but if you're looking at it, this is obviously supposed to be a lock. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a warning. A lot of these builds gonna have a little bit lower on the 3-point rating. This build is really just a lock with 99 Perenity, steal with some physicals, pretty much pass, a little bit of shooting, and some dunk. That's pretty much what this is. This is the starter one, so I'm not gonna give it a W or L. I'm gonna just use it as the benchmark, I guess, kinda. All right, next, this is the actual build where he's trying to make a good build. So looking at the last one compared to this one looks so much better. So hopping into it, 89 dunk. I'm gonna go over this in another thing, but Double H kind of dropped the requirements. If you want the contact dunks, you need an 87 and something else, and then for the second one, you need an 89 and a 78. So that's why he has the 89 and 78. So he has 2 contact dunk packages. Now for the smalls, that's still on here. The bigs, that's still on here. The pros, that's still on here. The elites, those are all still on here. They just have different requirements this year. Now, with that being said, he does have contact dunks. He has that 78.3. Like I just said on the last one, the 3-pointer is going to be a little bit lower because a lot of people went max wingspan, and that means wingspan affects your 3-pointer a lot more than it did last year. And now that we know that you need much higher 3-pointer to get certain badges, that's going to be very interesting. Now, pass accuracy, he has 75, 85 ball handle. We also already know pretty much majority of the pass styles that we're going to get off rip. We already know a couple of the dribble moves we get off rip too. The speed ball, stuff like that. Now, the thing that really caught my eye on this one is the defense. He has a 91 perimeter, 91 steal, and an 87 block, while still having that good of like a decent shooting. I would say from all the builds that we're gonna look at, you're gonna see that was kind of a decent shooting on here. But I'm gonna have my take on why a lot of people had these lower 3-point rating builds, and pretty much decent playmaking as well, with the ability to get content us with really good defense. So I'm gonna say this is definitely a W. He even had some pretty solid physicals where he had an 81 speed, around an 80 acceleration, and around an 80 vert with a 96 stamina. If you don't know this year, you actually have to have a certain stamina for handles for days. But yeah, I'd give that a W. That's definitely the best build we've seen so far. All right, next is grinding. Now, we're gonna have another Joe Knows build later towards the end. Like I said, we're gonna have some of the more interesting stuff at the end. But this is gonna be grinding. Now, this was in his breakdown. Now, he had a couple builds that he wanted to showcase how they was. He wasn't really trying to go for the best of the best. He was just trying to break down how the shorter builds, how some of the big guards, and how a big man would look. So we're gonna look at a couple of these. So the first one was like a small guard where he went for a lot of ball handle, a lot of shooting, pretty much no defense. Got some layup. I'm gonna be honest, layup looks like he's gonna be pretty OP on this game. And then he had a lot of acceleration. Now, there's a couple of different things he could have tweaked. Probably should have had a little bit higher pass. Maybe even should have had a little bit of lower of speed. But for the most part, he was just trying to show people what it looked like, so I'm not going to grade it too hard. So that's just kind of like a V, I guess.
And some major.
And then you have this one where he's a 6'6", and this was the one that people was hyping up when it comes to the heights, they was trying to say the 6'6". Now, one thing you would notice on the last one, that was actually a build that didn't have the craziest wingspan, so he had a really good three-pointer. I know he was a small guard, but it was a lot easier to have a higher three-pointer with a lower wingspan. We're gonna get into that later. Now, with this one, he instantly goes to max wingspan on a big guard. So, with that being said, he gets that 89 with an 80, so he does get contact dunks. Now, he got pretty decent speed and acceleration. He got an 85 perimeter defense and steal. I think that's going to be a really good bang for your buck range. One thing I did notice, though, actually, I probably showed this at the end that Double H went over. It was a lot of people going 83 steal ball. That must be what they made Michael Jordan now or something, because it was a lot of people doing that. It was actually a lot of people. You see he can actually go up even more, but he didn't. Now, he also had 92 ball handle. He also had 86 and 83. Now, I think the real reason why they doing the 83 with the 92 and the 86, 83 is because of speed booster, but I could be wrong. Now, this is not a bad build, to be honest with you. He got the balance of the dunking. He actually has a pretty decent three ball. He actually has pretty decent playmaking. He actually has pretty decent defense in terms of like the two main things that he gonna really want to do. Like, you're a 6'6", you're not gonna be going for too many blocks, but it would be nice to have, I guess. And then he has the speed, which I'll probably lower a little bit, and then he has acceleration with a decent vert. Strength probably should be a little bit higher, but he has the 99 stamina, which I think if he went up one more on ball handle, he would be able to have Hall of Fame handles for days, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I give this one a W. Especially since he wasn't trying to go for the craziest build, it was just for the breakdown, I get it a W. I still think the Joe No 6'8" was the best build though, so I want people to understand that. But the next one is a 6'7". Now 6'7" was some of the better builds in 2K23. Now, when it comes to this build, this is really more of a lockdown, because you can see off the rip from the fact that he has really no playmaking. Now, when I first seen this, I was like, this is pretty impressive, because one thing I noticed, he had a 93 strength with all that defense, with all that shooting, with all that finishing. Now, he had no playmaking, so he had no passing, but I think there's a couple things he could have did here and there to make that even better. Like, i.e., maybe drop that speed to like around an 80, more so than an 85. Like, i.e., maybe drop that mid-range around like a little bit lower. But I know that he probably did that so he can get, if you look at the shooting badges, he has the ability to get like badges like blinders, catch and shoot, dead eye, green machine, all those, because he did go up on mid range. And I think a lot of people may do that. I was a little confused early when I was looking at it, but looking at it like right here, it actually can make a little bit of sense. But I probably would still try to save the attributes. But there's going to be people that definitely want that mid range, because I heard the mid range may be a little OP. So yeah, for a lockdown, I don't know if I can get a W because the pass accuracy, but it's like the closest thing to a W for you to troll a certain attribute. So yeah, I think it's actually pretty, it has potential. This is definitely one of the ones that I would say has potential though. Like in terms of 6'7" locks, especially with him not going max wingspan, I think people gonna have to peep that max wingspan really hurts your builds. But we're gonna get into that. All right, next is gonna be a 6'8". Now you can kind of say this is a lock, because look at it. I was having an idea. I wanted to have a bump build. This, bro, it's giving me hope right here, gang. I'm not gonna lie, because look at it, bro. You get 95 perimeter defense, 85 steal with 82. I didn't even need all that extra defense, to be honest with you, on my bump build. I just wanted to be bumping people and still have my crazy offense. Bro, he has all that with a max speed, max acceleration, with a 78 vert and an 89 dunk, so he's gonna be able to have the contact dunks. And then he has 99 stamina with an 85 ball handle, a 79 speed ball. The pass will probably be a little bit higher for me. The free throw will probably be a little bit higher for me. But I'm gonna be honest, this is another one that has potential, and it's honestly a really decent build. I don't know if it's better than the Joe Knows, because I don't fully remember it, but I think this is like the closest thing we've seen to the Joe Knows, because of that perimeter defense steal block combo with everything else you get on top of that. So yeah, that's definitely another one that has potential. Now, if you're going into looking at these builds with a 2K23 mindset, you probably gonna be like, these are ass. But if you look at every build I'm gonna show you guys, these are actually not horrible builds. But this is another one. This is the 6'9". If you remember from 2K23, these were demis. These were the OPs. Now, off the rip, he has the 89 with a 78, so he gets content dunks. He has a 70 layup with a 75 standing up. This is the first build I've seen with an actual standing up. He actually has a 82-3 alongside that. He actually has a 75 mid. Now, this is probably like more of a big man build. If you remember, I had a 6'9" big man build on 2K23. 23. And in my opinion, that was arguably the best big man build in the game. Now, this gives me the potential hope that I can probably get that 90, 92, 90. I think I said I was going to go for 94 block because that's how you get Hall of Fame chase down artists. But I would definitely try to get a lot higher vert. I may got to take a hit somewhere, but I definitely would try to get higher vert if I'm going for a big man build. 78 vert just don't really seem like it. I don't really know what he was really going for in this though, so I can't really speak on that too highly. But I will say the fact that he was able to get an 89 with that high of an interior defense, with that high of a block, with that high of a defensive rebound, shows potential. Now, one thing I'll say, why I think it is supposed to be a big man, not a lock, is because the perimeter defense is still so low, and he does have that pass, so I think he's trying to do that for the break starter, where he on the lock when he didn't really have no pass, if that makes sense. All right, now I know this is a big man build. This is a 7-foot popper build where he has 78 3, 85 standing dunk, an 80 driving dunk on a 7-foot is kind of interesting, a 80 close shot, a 78 3. I don't know how high you could get your dunk, but I'm looking at it. The reason why I say that 80 driving dunk is interesting because look how much more he could have got on his driving dunk. I don't think you could have got that crazy of a driving dunk on a 7-foot last year, could you? I don't remember that. Now, he did go really high on weight. I'm going to try to balance my strength and speed to be able to have as much speed as possible. Now, I'm not going to really be one of those guys that go 7-foot because you just get too much hurt. You just get hurt too much going 7-foot. But I will say that rec gameplay was scary. Now, one thing I will say, apparently 2K told them that the rec gameplay that they had was pretty much like a completely different game than what the 2K gonna be like. Apparently, so I guess they may be doing that to save face so people don't be mad at the gameplay. Like in the middle of the game, Iggy Mo like, bro, fix that, Mike, fix that. I'm like, damn, bro, mid game? That's crazy. But nah, that's what they were supposed to be doing. But yeah, he has that 93, that 95. I would probably have more interior defense. I'll probably have more vert. But I'm gonna be honest, for the most part, I'm not gonna say this has potential. I'm gonna get at like a V. It's not a bad build because I don't really know what else he could have made with the 7-foot. But I think I would probably go like more 6'10". I think the 6'10" is gonna be a little pretty decent on this game, based off just the badge requirements. All right, here. This is him actually try-harding making a build. Now he showed us a 6'1", or not a 6'1", but a 6'8" in that last one. He showed us a 6'9" in that last one. But this is him actually showing us what he really thinks is going to be the best build or best ISO build in the game. So he had that 90 driving dunk with that 78 vert. I think he said he went 90 driving dunk, so he might as well get that precision dunker. If you don't know what that is, that's for dunk meter and make it a little bit easier, not even a little bit, but much easier to get contact dunks with the dunk meter or get greens with the dunk meter. If you don't know, it's green or miss now. Now, he has a 78 3. We're going to get into that when it comes to that wingspan. Just bear with it. 70 pass accuracy, 85, 86. He got the 93, 85, 80. He has the 67 with a 50. And then he had 81, 73, 85, 78, 98. So this is supposed to be like a balanced build. For him to be trying to go for a good build, I don't really think it's better than the Joe Knows. And the 681, with him not really trying to make the best build, he was just trying to really just break down the builder and show what the potential you could really get on some of those. I would probably say, with the fact that these were so close to each other, I just don't understand how everybody just kept making these max wingspan builds. So I'm gonna get out of V. Because I think it could have been a better. I think it definitely could have been. It was room for improvement. I guess you can say potential. Like I said, we got a lot of builds to go over. So for the Double H, he broke down the builder, but this was actually his build for the game. So this is his all-around ISO build. So he has a 90 driving dunk. And we're gonna actually look at the Double H video at the more so to the end to show you guys like the requirements that you would need. I probably should have put that at the beginning. I may put that at the beginning. But yeah, 90 driving dunk with the 78 vertical. He probably did the same thing as grinding. He actually did his kind of more so to how I would probably do it. Instead of having like higher speed and acceleration, I would probably focus more on acceleration. And yes, this is a 6'6" build with 87 acceleration. You could not do that last year. But he also does have that 83 speed ball. I think you have to have either an 86 speed or 87 acceleration. I think I would more so go for the acceleration on all those because that's actually how you speed boost. Yeah, and then he actually went out his way for 78 3 ball. I don't know what's going on with the 78 3 ball. There must be a really good bang for your buck for the shooting badges, and I'm looking at it. I guess he's chilling with like, oh nah, this is just, I forgot they don't have it like that. So I can't even really tell what shooting badges fully he's getting. He gets Agent 3's bronze, I see that. Green Machine silver, I see that. Open look silver, I see that. But for the most part, I can't really see too much. But I'm gonna be honest, this build actually has potential for sure. This is actually a pretty decent build because he has the perimeter defense, the steal, he even has a block. I think the three-pointer just should be a little bit higher, but I don't know how hard it is to get that three-pointer up. I don't know how the speed is affected by stuff like ball handle. I don't know how the speed is affected by stuff like speed ball. I don't know how speed is affected by stuff like acceleration. But I don't think he had to have it that high. I think he could have went a little bit lower there and maybe could have got a little bit more three ball. I don't know how easy it is to get that three ball. It may be really hard. I don't know. So I'll give him a W off that because it actually looks like it's a pretty decent starter build. I think it could be better, but I don't have the game, so I can't really say that for sure. All right, next is going to be another build that he had in that exact same vid where he pretty much does the same thing but at 6'8". Now, they were saying the 6'6" are going to be crazy. Now, I think that's really because of the badges you can get playmaking wise. I think focusing on one category and trying to make everything else balance out is going to be kind of really more of the meta. I don't think there's going to really be a meta build. I think it's just going to be a meta way of making an archetype build. So like you see how the last one he had pretty decent playmaking and then tried to surround it with everything else he wanted. So maybe he wanted contact dunks for finishing. Maybe he wanted just to meet this requirement on shooting. And maybe he wanted to have this much on defense. Now on this one, he just kind of really actually went more balanced where he had more perimeter defense, just a little bit lower steal, but he now has much higher block, much higher interior defense. Now, when it came to the physicals, he actually ended up pretty much max on speed, acceleration, and strength with a little bit of vertical and some stamina. Now, I would say this is a decent build. I want to say the Joe Knows one is better, but I think that this one is definitely on par with the grinding and the Joe Knows. So these would be the three best, but I think the 6'8" that we saw Joe Knows earlier was the best one still so far. I don't fully remember it, but for some reason I just want to say that. I don't know. All right, next. Now this is the Iggy Mo. Iggy Mo is a known comp big every single year, and this was the build that he made for himself as a stretch. Now this is supposed to be like a stretch, like inside popper, power forward, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be like a park build that you can still play in a lot of different ways. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how bad a 77 3 ball, because a lot of those guard builds was having 78, so that may not be awful. But I will say Double H, he was in the, I seen a little bit of solo game. He couldn't make really, he was not knocking them joints down. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. That was just their first day playing, so I can't really base that off that. And they also said that you can't base the gameplay off that game, the rec gameplay that they were dropping, and think that's what it's gonna look like in the game. Now, when it came to the quick play, they said that was actually a good reference point. But when it came to the rec, you can't base it off that. That was a whole different game. It wasn't even like the 2K24 or whatever engine or something like that. But yeah, this is defensively is great. I think honestly, it's not perfect, but it's great. You got the steal, you got the block, you got the rebound, you even got some offensive rebound. I would just want more interior defense. Now, when it comes to pass accuracy, I would want a little bit more, but the fact that he has it, I can't really be too mad at it. You don't even have to go for vice gripper no more, so I just want people to understand that. That's not a badge anymore, so you should be straight. As long as you got people on your team that got good pass, you should be chilling. 77 3-pointer, again, I don't know how bad that is, but he is supposed to be a big man build. He only has 70 dunk, 50 standing dunk, 50 layup. Finishing is awful, but again, I don't know. I don't think Iggy Mo be really going in the paint like that. He really just be popping and spotting up. He just be picking and popping, and he dunks if he has a lane, I guess, like in the pick and roll. But he's not going to be doing too much of that. Now, he does have a good strength. I would want more vertical. He does have a decent speed. And yeah, stamina-wise, he's straight. So, I don't want to say that's a W at all. I don't even know if I want to say it's a V. I'll give it V though for the defense alone. I think it could be a little bit better with this one. But all I'm gonna say is, bro, do not complain about the paint defense on this game. If you're going anything below 85 interior defense on this next 2K, I wouldn't go below a 90 on a big man personally. But if you complain about the defense with an 80, I don't know what to tell you.
It's up to you guys, but look.
Like, and you 6'9", so yeah, like you can't really complain. Now, this is the next one. This is him making an inside big. Now, on the inside big, I thought it was interesting because yeah, on the inside build, I thought it was interesting because he went an inch lower. Going an inch lower is kind of crazy. Like, I would think if you making an inside, you would want to be taller. But I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was at all. I don't think I've ever even seen bro make it inside. So I think he's more of a popper. So I think that's gonna be a little bit better. But I'll be honest, there's definitely potential here. But like, I don't know. I just don't know. I think he could have made it a little bit better if he went taller. Again, with the interior defense, I think that should have been a little bit higher. He does have pretty decent steal, block, rebound. I will give him that for sure. He has decent standing dunk. I think there's more potential here than on the last build, but I don't know how much of a 3-ball you need, honestly. But he does have that 90 standing dunk, that 90 vertical. He has that 80, I'm going to be honest, that 87 vert, that 94 strength with a 79 speed. I'm going to be honest. There is potential on, I think the insides are going to be really good on this game. But I also think stretch big's going to be really good on this game. But I think on a stretch big, you just going to have to like not have as much defense. But it'll be interesting to see how it works out. He does go for a 68 pass. There must be something important that you get at 68 pass. I don't know. But yeah, this one is more closer to a W than the last one, but I'm going to give it a V again. All right, so this is Demi. This is Demi trying to make a two-way slashing playmaker. I don't know if he got the name two-way slashing playmaker. He actually did. So Demi's really good at getting names. It's really apparently what he's known for when I did the last video. But right here, he goes for something that's supposed to be a little bit more balanced. He says this is the most versatile build in NBA 2K24. I've looked at a couple builds already, and this is not even remotely as versatile. I will say that. But with that being said, he's 6'3" with max wingspan. Very interesting that still people going max wingspan even on a 6'3". So that was interesting. Now, he's a 6'3" with a 75 3-ball. That's damn near the lowest 3-ball we've seen besides the insides. That's really weird. But he does have an 87 dunk. He does have an 87 layup. He does have a 92 ball handle with an 87 pass. So with that 87 pass, I hope 2K made it a lot easier to get that pass accuracy this year, because those pass requirements are actually kind of crazy. Like, if you just want diamond or gold, you need 89. If you want just bailout bronze, you need 87. Which I think the bailout was actually smart by 2K, because they know 2K people gonna want that bailout. But yeah, perimeter defense, you're gonna need 88. You're gonna need a 72. I think everything besides the shooting is actually solid. I will say that for a small guard build, you're not gonna really be blocking shots like that. You're not gonna really be able to play good hands up defense. People gonna really make whatever they want on you, especially with the way the layups are on this game. He even got some strength. So yeah, the 75 vertical, I think that's what it was. I think it was 87, 75 vertical for the lowest contact dunk. But if you want the smalls, I know that was 85 vert. For the smalls, it was 85, and it was still the same dunk where you need a 93 and an 86. So that was interesting. But I think I showed that at the beginning. I don't know if I showed that at the end or the beginning. I'm gonna put it somewhere in this video. All right, next is going to be Juice Man. Now, Juice Man, he dropped a Kobe build. Now, this is supposed to be a Kobe build, so it's going to have the mid-range. It's going to have the dunking ability. But, yeah, he was going for Kobe. I can't really grade this, to be real with you. I would probably say it's more of an AO build. But, like, it's somebody out there that's going to want to have a Kobe build, and they're going to look at this, and they're going to be having fun with it. All right, next, this is another iteration of the Kobe build, and this was the one where he actually was trying to make it a little bit better. And I'll say this one is definitely better, especially with the aspect that he has the post control now, a little bit higher dunk layup. The playmaking is about the same. The defense is a little bit better. The physicals is a little bit better. So I say this is a V. It's better than the last one. If I was making a Kobe build based off these two, this one is definitely much better in my opinion. All right, next, this is a Victor Wembanyama build. So this is by Juice Man again. He went for something that was really balanced. I'm gonna be honest. It's not horrible. It's not horrible to be trying to make a Victor build. Now, the dribbling is going to be really low. He actually has pretty decent physicals for a 7'3" build. He has max speed, max acceleration, a 70 vert on a 7'3" with max wingspan. It might not be as bad as I'm thinking it is. The strength is what's really throwing me off, but it is a Victor Wembanyama build, so you got to keep that in mind. He has the 91 block, an 88 defensive rebound. I think I would have lowered the offensive rebound a little bit because I don't think Victor is going to be getting offensive rebounds like that. But interior defense, solid. I mean, he is 7'3", so you don't have to go as crazy on interior defense. You're going to be 7'3", 7'10" wingspan. You're going to be solid with that. 76 3-ball, 81 midi alongside that, so that makes it a little bit better than what it is. 54, 44, those are really low, but you got to think about it. He is 7'3" with max wingspan. Even with max wingspan at 7'3", also, he actually still was able to have a 76 3-point. Now, he may not actually be max wingspan. I think you actually could go up to 8'1" on wingspan, but I could be wrong. But yeah, finishing wise, he has an 88 close shot, a 79 post control, an 81 standing dunk, and I'm gonna be honest, this is a pretty balanced big man build top to bottom. I will say that, but he is 7'3" at the end of the day, and it's only so much you can really do when it comes to that speed, that acceleration, that ball handle, that speed ball, that vertical, that strength. But for a Victor build, I can't lie. I gotta give him a W. I can't lie. It's very versatile. All right, next, this is gonna be like Juice Man again, but he's going for a lot build. Okay, so he has the 99 perimeter defense. Them 6'6" is gonna be nice, cause I don't even know if you gotta have all this, but to be honest, I'm not mad at it at all. This one got potential for sure, because there's so much stuff you can lower when it comes to like a couple things all around. Like he has 85 acceleration with 70 ball handle and a 53 smooth ball. So I don't really know fully what's going on there. I don't know what acceleration you need or speed you need for fast feet, but I'm pretty sure it's a decent number. But with that being said, this one definitely has potential with some things that you can lower and raise, and it can go up to a whole nother level. You can call this like a bump build. You can call this a lot of different things, but I give it a B because it has potential, but it's not that crazy in terms of what it is. But this one shows the build potential in terms of stuff. Like you can make a bad build, in my opinion, and still show a lot of potential that the builder can have. All right, next is going to be Basher. Basher dropped a couple of vids. I'm gonna kind of go through these a little quick. Okay, so this is like an inside, so he calls it an interior threat. He has a pretty decent finishing, no shooting because it's an inside, 60 pass accuracy, so I think that's kind of an L. The defense on it, not that good either. Physicals, he is 6'11". I think oh my God, he went 290. This nigga made Shaq, 99 strength. Yeah, I'll probably say this is a V. And then this one, this is supposed to be the Giannis build, so he's gonna have a little bit more. No, yeah, nah, I'm not messing with this. I'm not messing with this one at all. Yeah, nah. The finishing cool. Nothing else on there I'm really messing with. I like the block defensive combo besides the finishing, but besides those two things, yeah, I'm good. All right, and the last Basher one, we got pretty much a Victor Wembanyama vid, and we already seen one earlier. So Juice Man, compared to this one, I'm gonna be honest. The block rebound combo is better on this one, but the totality of it is far worse in my opinion. I think it's far worse. Okay, so next we got Shakedown. Shakedown, he dropped a LeBron build and another build, he dropped two LeBron builds. He had right now LeBron and the Miami Bron. We're gonna look at both. So this one, off the defense alone, a L. Nothing much else I can say. It's an L in my opinion. But the offense is not horrible. It's just not good enough to make up for how bad the defense is, in my opinion. All right, this one is the Miami Bron. It's pretty much the exact same build. I would say it's an L. If you don't think it's an L, okay, that's fine. But I would say it's an L, personally. Okay, this is the Trey Ridge dude. I would be honest, bro was scaring the shit out of me when I was first clicking on these videos, because he was talking like them dudes that got to put their thumb on their neck or something. I don't know what was going on with bro. But he had an 89 driving up. He don't have enough vertical to get content dunks here, so I don't know what's going on with that. They gave him them sheets so they could know what that was. But this is supposed to be a lockdown build. In terms of the defense, with the 93, with the 99, with the 81, with the 82, and the 72, that's not bad. I would actually say that's pretty good. He also has some pass accuracy. That's not bad. I think the other lockdown builds, I think they all was 78 and below. So the 79 along with that defense ain't bad. And he has an 89 dunk. And I think the physicals could be a little bit higher, but I'll give it a V. I think the defense is probably the best combo we've seen of everything in terms of a lock build. I think Double H had more balance, but he had way lower perimeter defense and steal. Another Trey Riggs. Hopefully I'm saying bro name right. No disrespect. But this is supposed to be a big man build. He has mid-range instead of 3-ball. Yeah, not a good build. He's not a good build in my opinion. Not a good build. Okay, this is Tonio, I believe. So yeah, if this is Tonio, yeah, I think I got that right. But yeah, 6'4", 6'7". I think the 6'4" are gonna be pretty popular. But with him going 6'4", he has higher speed and acceleration. It's a couple things I just don't like. 70 pass accuracy on a 6'4". Yeah, I can't even lie on it. I can't even lie. This is a bad build in my opinion. I can't even lie on it.
Badge that this.
All right, next is Chico. Chico actually made a decent build for a 6'1". I didn't see too many people like drop 6'1s. I seen like somebody make a 6'4". I seen somebody make a 6'2". I didn't see nobody really make a 6'1". I think I also seen Demi make a 6'3". So Chico was the only person that really tried to go for a 6'1". Now, on his 6'1", he actually went for a lot of things I would probably do. I would go for ball handle, trying to get the dribble moves. I would go for pass accuracy, try to get the passes, good pass speed and stuff like that on my small guard. He went for the acceleration, so I can be a speed boost, but also you need that acceleration, steal ball, and ball handle to get that speed booster. And he went for the 3-ball. Now, with that being said, he also has a little bit of steal, so he can play passing lanes. He's not going to really play that good of on ball defense, but he does have the steal, so he can play passing lanes. He has an 82 dunk, so he can dunk sometimes with a 74 layup. So I'm going to be honest, we know that these are patched. I'll get this, like, out of the small guards we've seen, I think Demi's was a little bit more balanced, but I don't agree with having no 3-ball on your small guard personally. I think you should have some, but he was also taller. I think for the 6'1", this may be the best one in terms of the small guards we've seen so far, because he has that play shot ability with some dunking. Still got a 72 steal to be able to play lanes, and has that acceleration that would be nice. Now, and he also does have that stamina. I think he should have a little bit more ball handle. I think you go up 2 more on ball handle, you get what's it called. If he would have lowered that 3-ball just 2 more, I think he could have got a lot more than build totality. But I think at 94, you do get like a bad, like, you either get open looks, green machine, or something important. So I'm not gonna bash him for that. I think it may be aging threes too. I don't know, but I think he could have saved a little bit stuff, because I know that 3-pointer is expensive. So he probably could have saved and went in a whole couple other ways on this build. So that was interesting, but I give him a W. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I don't even remember whose this is. Not gonna lie to you, but if we just grading the build for what it is, it's a layup build with a 50 dunk, so I guess the layup brings your dunk up. But he has an 85-3, an 81 mid. I don't really agree with that. 93 ball handle, which is gonna be nice. 83 speed ball, which is gonna be nice. 87 acceleration, which is gonna be a good combination, especially on the 6'6". He has 99. He has a 60 vertical with a 64 strength and a 99 stem. I guess he didn't go for block or interior defense like that for real, but he did. He has a 60 on all 3. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna get at. I don't want to say L, because he did do good on the ball handle and 3-ball, but the mid range could be lower. I guess you could say this has potential.
To the 92-3.
Okay, so this dude, he really made me work on this one. So this is all one build. This is gonna be like a couple different things that we're gonna look at, but this is gonna all be one build. So bear with me. So we have an 89 dunk. We can't see the vertical yet, but he has a 92 3-ball. That's a good combo in my opinion already. All right, for the next part of it. So we've seen the 92 3-ball. He now has a 92 ball handle, so he's gonna be able to have a lot of the dribble moves. If he went one more on that ball handle, he could have had speed boost because he has an 85 speed ball. But he also has that 75 pass accuracy. We don't know how much pass accuracy we really need. We don't know how cheap it is. Now, he really went more for an offensive build, but he still has that 84 perimeter defense. I think that's kind of what I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to go for like a little bit probably higher perimeter defense, but I'm gonna try to make it like more of a bump build. So I think there's a couple different things that he showed that are definitely giving the game potential. But yeah, that's the main course so far. And then for the last part, this is why I think this actually has a lot of potential, because he went for 90 speed. I'm telling you, if he lowered that speed a lot more and went for acceleration and rose some other things, this one got potential. I think this was a 6'6". This one for surely got potential. I'm gonna give bro a V. But out of all the builds so far, I think this one got potential, because he had an 89 dunk with a 78 vert. He had a 92 3-ball, so he got the limitless. But he also had the 92 ball handle, so he's gonna have a lot of dribble moves. But if you don't know, they changed it for pretty much all the best dribble moves. You have to be 6'4" and under, so it's no more that you can be like tall, big guard, and be able to still have it. Now they did say that they may change that, so yeah, I'm gonna still show what the attribute requirements, but that's why they haven't dropped that yet, because I think they're still changing that. But this one for sure has potential, because he could have rolled the steal up, he could have rolled the perimeter defense up. But if he lowered that speed, I think he could have got a lot. Now, one thing that could be a thing on this, since people are putting up the speed so much, the speed may be easier to get than the acceleration. We don't know. I don't know. I don't have the game in my hands, but the combination of everything he had on this build, I will say, definitely got potential. One of the better builds we've seen. All right, next, this is a 6'9". I don't remember who this is, but looking at the build for what it is, if you remember Iggy Mo, I think Iggy Mo's defense was far better He had more interior defense, way higher steal, higher. Oh no, he didn't have higher perimeter defense, but he had a higher block, a little bit lower offensive rebound, and the same defensive rebound. I think he could have saved a little bit of points going for a shooting big, not having as much offensive rebound, because you are a popper, my guy. So like, it's not gonna be as necessary to have that offensive rebound, I don't think. But that defensive rebound being 99, I think you could have saved points on that as well. You could have went like 93 and had gold. I think you would have had Hall of Fame box out beast and gold rebound chaser. I think you would have been straight with that. You kind of should have went for a little bit more vert. I would want a little bit more finishing on my popper build. I would have probably lowered my mid range a little bit more too. But yeah, I think this one has potential, but I think the Iggy Mode one is a little bit better. But there are some things that this one is better at too. So I don't want to say that like Iggy Mode is just by far better. Like this has better pass accuracy. I think this one has the same 3-ball. I think that this one may show a little bit more potential, honestly. But I think the Iggy Mode one is just better because of the defense for sure. Like the finishing is better, but it's like, come on, bro. It's like 50 to 60, 50 to 60, 70 to 73. Like it's not that big of a difference. All right, now we got Cheese. Yeah, he may be 6'7", 6'8". So he was like, let's go back to where we was. 6'7", 6'8", I believe. So he has a 91 dunk with a 72 vert, so he's not getting contact though. I don't know what's the thought process here already. Perimeter defense 90, ball handle 91, 87 3-ball, and they said they gave out sheets. So that's another thing why I'm confused. This one, I guess you could say potential because he did raise the speed so much. Not gonna lie, I don't know if this is really even that. I mean, if you look at it from the standpoint that he has a really high ball handle, a really high 3-ball, a really high ball handle, a really high perimeter defense, like he has a 90 in one of each of these categories. Well, not a 90 in 3-ball, but that's why I'm gonna go over at the end, where I think why a lot of these builds are not as balanced as they really could be. This next one is a 6'1", so we saw Chico drop one. This one is a little bit wilder. He has instead of like a 94, he has a 97 3-ball. Instead of a 93, he has a 95 ball handle. Now this one, much lower pass accuracy, so that's an L. No defense. He does have higher finishing, so he just may be a hide in the corner on the threes type of player. This is definitely a part build, but the pass is kind of crazy. But acceleration, he has that. That's a W. Stamina, he has that. That's a W. This one definitely got potential because there's some things you could lower and not have to go too crazy on. Like 3-ball, I don't understand why he went 97 when you could have just kept it 96. I think that would have gave him a lot more attributes off that alone. The 87 dunk with the 70 vert, I don't get that one either. I think it's 87 and 75, but I could be wrong. Put a contact dunks when they were there, but we don't know if that's locked and set in stone for the game either, so I don't know. But I'll give it a V because there's definitely potential here. All right, next is a 6'3", 6'4". This is supposed to be like a pure sharp build. So he has a 73 layup with a 99 3-ball. Pretty decent playmaking for a pure sharp build, to be honest. He also has an 89 speed with a 90 acceleration. I'm not gonna lie, the pure sharp builds may be better this year. This is actually a pretty decent trio of things. Like, you're not gonna be able to have crazy good defense, you're not gonna be able to have like a balance of defense, finishing, but I think they actually let you get a little bit more this year on these pure sharp builds. From the look of this, they may give you a little bit more. All right, this is truly honcho. This is I don't know what this is. This is a 6'4", 7'1", but this is another one of those small guards that went for more dunk and shooting. It depends on how good you can shoot with a 76. That's what I'll say. If you can shoot deep consistently with a 76, I know Mike Wayne said all you need is 75. But again, he also did say if you want to be able to hit like from limitless more consistently, if you want to hit contested more consistently, you want to have a higher 3-point rating. So I think that will be very important ability to do, because based off the way the defense look on this game, it looked like it's going to be pretty good with bumps and a lot of things. Now, I did hear Iggy Mo say sliding, but again, they said that gameplay is not reflective of what the actual game is like. I don't know why they did that, but the quick play wasn't slidey, but they said the rec. If the rec is the one that they're saying is not indicative of what the gameplay is, but the quick play was. I don't know why they did that like that, but that's just kind of 2K. I guess it was a beta day demo. I don't know, but yeah, totality 96 ball handle with these physicals. The physicals are pretty decent. I can't lie. The physicals, the finishing, the playmaking, pretty decent. No defense though. So I think it's potential, but I don't even know if I can get at a V. All right, so we have bro again. So we got to break these down into segments. So 89 dunk, 69 layup, 86 3 ball. This must be a little bit taller of a build. I don't even know the height because he zoomed all the way in.
Gets a 7.
All right, right here, this is the playmaking. So he has an 87, 84, 75 combination on the playmaking. Then when it comes to the defense, he has a 70, 85, 85, 61, 52 on the defense. Now, I don't know what he went so high on the defense rebound and block 4. I don't really know what was going on here, but I think he could have probably saved some. But again, I don't have the game. I've seen people raising and lowering stuff, and it didn't cost this damn much. But again, I don't have the game, so I don't know. Now in the last screenshot, he shows the speed. He could have went lower on the speed, higher on the acceleration. Just is what it is. But vertical 78, 95 stamina. So he does get contact dunks with everything else, but I guess this is another one that would have potential. I just don't know what was going on a couple of different of these things. I can't lie. All right, so this one is QJB actually, but he went for a dunk build. Like it's supposed to be a 99 driving dunk build, so he wanted to do it for a gameplay. So defense is awful, but he does have 99 dunk, really low shooting. I'm gonna say this is L. Now I kind of got to grade QJB a little bit different though, because he's not really making this for the park or rec or pro or to be comp. He's just making these to play my career. So take that for what you will. But in terms of what I'm looking at it for, I would say this one is much better than the last one. I'm gonna be honest. This actually gives potential to poppers, to be honest. But there's some things I would definitely raise. But there's a lot of things on this I would lower, like a lot. So I think this definitely gives potential to poppers for sure, for surely. Now, once we figure out what's like a really good bang for your buck when it comes to the attributes, when it comes to like the badge requirements and all that, I think we're gonna really know what's gonna be the perfect 3-ball for like bigs, perfect 3-ball for like big guards, perfect 3-ball for like small guards. So, but until then, can't really get my hands on the game in terms of how much it costs and stuff like that when it comes to like the 3-ball. I can't really speak too much on it, but 83 ball with a popper, I want to say it's a W, but there's so many things that you can raise, so many things you can lower. This for surely, out of all the big man popper builds, I would say has the most potential. Because look at it, it's a popper build. Well, look at the finishing. Definitely got potential. I say that. Definitely got potential. All right, we got another Victor Wembanyama build. I don't know what solo was on. This is solo. But he gave Victor a 99 standing dunk. I don't know what's going on. But I ain't gonna lie. From the clips I've seen, standing dunk look really OP. I will say that. Dunking in general and layups look really OP from the quick play as well. But mid-range, 3-ball. I think Juice Man had a better one, but there's some things you can lower on this and it probably get a lot better. But obviously now we know Juice Man wasn't max wingspan because he's all the way up at 8 foot. So yeah. Now this is Solo going for a build in the builder when he was breaking down the build. But I also think he was trying to actually make a good build here. But I'm not fully sure. Oh, no, he wasn't. Because look at the physicals. There's no way he was trying. But you look at everything else. Pretty balanced top to bottom. Kind of like, you can tell a couple of these guys was working on builds together. To be honest, if you're just looking at it. Because he got that 78 3-ball that like Double H, Joe Knows, Grinding all had. For the most part on their builds. Or in the ballpark. He has a 93 dunk, 80 layup, a 75 pass accuracy, 80 ball handle, 75 speed. The defense got potential. But the physicals is where it kind of just falls apart. But he was just breaking down the builder, so I'm not going to grade it too highly. All right, this is the last person I had hope for was Brother Jones. And he kind of dropped a couple builds. We're going to go over a couple builds that he had. But right here, he has the finishing, the shooting, the playmaking. Horrible defense. He has a little bit of physicals too. But I'm going to say this is... all right, here is him breaking down the gameplay again. But he's showing us another build that he came with. The finishing, I don't really know what the hell that is. Shooting wise, I would say it's a V. I think he could have lowered a couple things here. Playmaking for a 6'9" is probably a W. Oh, but the max 3-ball he could have on a 6'9" with 6'10" wingspan was 86. So that's very interesting. That's super interesting. So yeah. Then when it came to the interior defense, perimeter defense, I think defensively it's much more to be desired. That's what I can say. That's what I'll say. Physicals is pretty decent, but I don't really know what to feel about this build. I don't even know what he was going for it, but again, it was a breakdown. It wasn't him going for like a crazy build. Now here, he's definitely going for a build. Here he's going for a build. So here he has a pure sharp. This is him going for a pure sharp. This is a pure sharp build. I want you to understand this. A pure sharp build with 99 3 ball. He has a 92 ball handle with the 83 speed ball with the 90 acceleration. So he's going to be at speed booster and blow bys on a pure sharp build. That is OD. I think when it comes to guards making builds this year, I think this may be a popular style of build when it comes to builds, because that I've seen a clip of somebody with a 99 3 ball in the rec gameplay, but they did say the rec gameplay was not indicative of what the game was going to be. The quick play was, but the rec gameplay was not. That's what Mike Wang and all the devs that was there told them, apparently. So take this with a grain of salt, but they were able to shoot from limitless with a 99 3 ball with only silver limitless. So I want that to be understood. I want that to be known. So I think that 99 3 ball, if you can actually get like a 99 3 ball with a ball handle like this, you know what I'm saying? I think the potential is definitely there for sure on these 99 3 balls. But this gives me hope for a 96 3 ball build for sure. If this, you don't give me hope for the 99, this definitely gives me hope for the 96 ones. So yeah. All right, now this is a lockdown. Now out of all the lockdown builds I've seen so far, off first look, definitely the best one I've seen in terms of balance and everything. Bro got a 93, 91, 92 in terms of the perimeter defense, steal, and block on a lock build. He has 85 strength on a lock build, 81 speed on a lock build. He has a ball handle on his lock build. He has a 76 pass on his lock build. He has an 86 dunk on his lock build. So all that is tough. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. But the thing that really I'm still kind of figure out is that 3 ball. I don't think if you're going to have a lock build this year though, that max wingspan is going to be the best thing to do. But he could have had a little bit more 3 ball. So I don't know what his max was going to be there. So I can't really speak too much on that. But I will say, out of all the lock builds I've seen so far, I think this is the best one. I don't really remember fully the ones I've seen earlier, but there was a couple other ones that was actually pretty decent too. But this one, in terms of balance, in terms of a balanced lock build, I think this is the best one. All right, so this one is more of a pure lock, I guess. So he doesn't have the balance where he has the ball handle, but he has a little bit of ball handle. He has pretty much around the same 3 ball. Doesn't have this, the finishing is not as high. So I will say that, but he does have a 99 steal with a 94 perimeter defense. If you don't know though, this year you need 99 perimeter defense to have Clamps Hall of Fame. I don't know what, for real what it was for the gold. I think it was like 90 something. I don't want to say a number and not know for real, but he still has the 87 block. He has a much lower strength. I think the other one is much better. I just think it's much better. Personally, I think it's much better. All right, so now we get into the builds that I think was just things that showed a lot more potential. So this one is supposed to be like a big man build, but he made it weird. But this one showed a lot of potential for like a 6'9" big man build. So one thing that really caught my eye when looking at all these builds was everybody went for that max wingspan because they had that idea of how the past couple 2Ks worked. I don't think max wingspan on every build is going to be it. Maybe you go a notch below, 2 notches below, 3 notches below. But I think being able to have a lot more balance on your build is going to be important in terms of getting badges and just everything in terms of attributes as well. Now, so this one, if you want to look at it more of like a big man build, you can look at it a lot of things, but this one showed a lot of potential. There's a lot of things for surely I'm dropping. There's a lot of things for surely I'm raising. But in terms of like all the things he was able to get multiple 80s on finishing, an 82 3 ball on a more of a popper build, which was definitely the highest we saw. 80 pass accuracy with an 80 ball handle and a 73 speed ball, so he actually had some. If I'm making this more of a popper build, I'm not gonna lie, that ball handle is probably going lower, that speed ball is probably going lower. I'm gonna be real. But in reality, I would probably be trying to go for a little bit more strength. I'll probably definitely be trying to go for a little bit more vert. I'll probably definitely be trying to go for a little bit more defensive rebound, more block, more perimeter defense, or not more perimeter defense, but more interior defense for surely. But yeah, for the most part, this definitely showed potential. I'll give this a V because this is as mid as you can make a build. But for the potential of these 6'9" big man builds, I think that there's definitely potential. All right, so now we're getting more to the end of this video where we kind of looking at some of the better builds that was showcased. Now, this is supposed to be a 6'10", 6'11". Now, one thing I'll say about it, You do not get speed booster on a 6'10", 6'11". But for the people that do want these bigger guards, I do think that this is gonna be a pretty important build for people. So one thing I'll say about this build, honestly, for me, that I think gave this build a little bit of potential, if you want to make a stretch, and if you want to make a stretch big and be balanced beyond relief. So this was supposed to be a KD type build by Joe Knows, but in my opinion, this showed the potential stretches definitely have on this game in terms of how much balance they can have. Like, if you're not too worried, too locked in on trying to have this, that, and a third, badge wise, you can really try to make a really, really crazy stretch. And now 6'10", 6'11", so that's pretty much like minimum, not minimum, because minimum would be 6'10" wingspan. But he has an 85 3 ball with an 86 mid range. There's some things I would definitely lower here, but in totality, definitely shows the potential that you can try to do on a stretch big, in my opinion. And yeah, with the stretches being more popular, I also think that the big guards having lower wingspan is going to be more popular. So this is a big guard with lower wingspan. So this is another build that showed a lot of potential. There's a lot of things on this one I would lower, but for surely potential. I think the Spider dude had a little bit more potential, but this is another one that I would say for surely has more potential. 89 dunk, 85 3 ball, 92 ball handle with a 79 pass, with an 83 speed ball, with an 89 speed. So he's gonna be able to have the I would lower the speed though way more, but also have that acceleration and to like an 87, so I can still be able to have that speed booster. But yeah, I want to have that speed booster, that blow bys. I also probably want to have that bulldozer. We'll see how that works when the game fully comes out. But when it comes to the defense, alongside everything else, he has the interior defense, the perimeter defense, the steal. He has a lot going on this build. But I would say the defense is really what's catching my eye in terms of it being L per se. But for the most part, offensively, it's able to do pretty much everything. You have that 85 3 ball, so you can be able to have the limitless range bronze. We've seen what silver looked like, but that was the direct gameplay. And they also did say that's not indicative of what the game gonna look like. But I don't know what to really say about that. I'm not gonna lie. Speed, I would lower it, but I think there's some potential on the physicals as well that you can do here and there. But yeah, this is the one guard build that I would say, besides Spider, showed a lot of potential. And it really just showed that you can do a lot with these shorter wingspan. Now, I don't think I would go this shorter wingspan. I don't even know why he went this shorter wingspan, because it's not like he maxed the 3 ball. I think you could have just rolled the wingspan and still be to where the fact where you could still have an 85 3 ball. But I don't know what was going on with bro, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. This showcased a lot. I don't know how long this video gonna be. I'm gonna have to edit this for surely. But yeah, in this video I gave y'all a lot. I pretty much showcased every build that we've seen so far. The next one I do, I probably would just show just the best builds in the game. So yeah, I was trying my hardest to find the best build. If I had to say what the best build I've seen so far in this video, or so far that's been dropped, it would have to be between the Spider build that he dropped, the Joe No 6'8", one of the grinding builds, one of the Double H builds. Those would be the ones I would have to say were the best ones. I think Brother Jones showed a pretty decent lockdown build, but for the most part, yeah, those would be the best ones. A lot of potential, a lot of bad builds, but some potential builds for sure. So we can't really speak too much on the game though until we really get our hands on it. They can speak on it because they actually played it, but even them, when they played it, there's a lot of things that's gonna be different by the time the game comes out, because they already changed like the badge requirements. I think they already talked about they changing the animation requirements, so it's gonna be interesting. And they even said the rec that they played at was not really indicative of the game. So I don't even know what 2K was doing that for, and if that was supposed to be promoting the game. But we less than a week away from 2K24. If you guys do want more, you guys ready? Just like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're gonna be going crazy all 2K24 long. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, and I'm out there, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!